And welcome back, everyone, for Super Bowl 51. The Atlanta Falcons, a team that hardly anyone picked at the beginning of the year to be representing the NFC, will be going against the New England Patriots, a team that pretty well everyone picked to represent the AFC. The Patriots are 3-point favorites in this game, and the total is 58.5. We're going to talk about some prop bets as well. Here are my picks. The Atlanta Falcons enter this game on a 6-game winning streak, including their 2 playoff wins. They're 14-5 straight up for the year, 12-7 against the spread, and a remarkable 16-3 to the over. The Patriots, meanwhile, are on a 9-game winning streak, including their 2 playoff wins, 16-2 straight up for the year, 15-3 against the spread, and 9-7-2 to the over. The Patriots led the league with a plus 191 point differential. The Falcons, number 2, and a plus 134. The Falcons scored the most points of any team in the league. The Patriots were there, not far behind at number 3. Let's compare the offensively the teams position by position. At quarterback, Matt Ryan may not be an elite quarterback. I think he's elite. He certainly had an elite year. He was at the top of pretty well every statistic for quarterbacks, going against Tom Brady, a first ballot Hall of Famer. Brady missed the first 4 games, but if you would have figured his stats over 16 games, he would have been close. Brady's been there, done that, but Ryan's a little hungrier. I think this is pretty even for the quarterbacks. At running back, it's kind of similar. Devontae Freeman is the number 1 guy for Atlanta, a smaller guy, 5'8". Tevin Coleman, a bigger guy, 6'1", will come in and carry the ball as well. For the Patriots, LeGarrette Blount is a big, bruising 250-pounder. He'll get most of the work. Dion Lewis missed a lot of these regular season. Smaller guy, 5'8". He'll get some looks, as will James White, probably catching the ball out of the backfield. That's his specialty. Both of the running backs for Atlanta are good catching the ball. So this is pretty well equal as well. At wide receiver, obviously, Julio Jones is the best wide receiver in this game. Big target, 6'4", great hands, runs great routes, really fast. It's a bit of a drop-off for Atlanta. After that, Mohamed Sanu, decent number 2 guy, 6'2", good size, but it's a drop-off, like I said. Taylor Gabriel came on pretty strong late in the season. Not too bad as well for the Patriots. They're going to go probably with Julian Edelman will probably get the most amount of targets. A smaller guy, very fast, runs great routes, great hands. Obviously, Chris Hogan had a breakout game 2 weeks ago. He had the same stats as Julio, something like 9 catches for 190 yards. Danny Amendola's there. Martellus Bennett is a pretty good tight end, obviously replacing Gronkowski out for the year. Atlanta's got a couple of guys as well, Hooper and Tolio. I think the other guy's name is Tammy is out for the year for them. Wide receiving, tight end, I think it's pretty even. For the offensive line, a lot of people don't realize the Falcons have a better offensive line than you think. Starting with the center, Alex Mack. If you remember a couple of years ago, the Falcons traded up with Cleveland to get Julio. Cleveland ended up taking Alex Mack, letting him walk, and Atlanta signed him in the offseason. Was it this year or the last year? Very recently, I think it was this year. And so they stole from the Browns twice on that one. Andy Levitre is a very good guard, and the rest of the guys, very good. Underrated offensive line. Well, they're not underrated. They're probably considered in the top 5, I think top 3 in the league with the Patriots. Last year they missed Nate Solder, the big left tackle, and in that AFC Championship game against Denver, you saw what Denver did. They were able to get to Tom Brady a lot. Well, he's back. He's a big boost to that offensive line. They also didn't have Dante Sarnecchia, the guru of the offensive lines. He's back this year. I think the offensive line for New England has always been good, always underrated. Maybe another even for the offensive line. So offensively, I think these 2 teams are pretty even. Now, defensively is where these two teams differ. Only 5 teams allowed more points scored against than Atlanta. Meanwhile, the Patriots were number 1 in points allowed. You could argue that the Falcons' defense did get better as the year went along. Dan Quinn is new to the team. It's his second year. Remember, he came over from Seattle. He was one of the architects of that great defense. He's brought in some younger players, and these guys have gotten better. If they catch up to the offense, this team is going to be scary for quite a while. And also, the Patriots might have played an easier schedule, so they could have padded their stats, which I think they did, but that's still a very good defense. And you know Hoodie, the head coach, Belichick, takes away what you do best. And in this case, it's Julio Jones. I'm sure he's going to double him. He'll have a safety, maybe Patrick Chung, and a cornerback on him. And he'll probably put Malcolm Butler, remember the hero from a couple of Super Bowls ago, he'll put him on Sanu. That's what I think they're going to do. And they're going to stop the Falcons from doing what they do best. The Falcons will still score points in this game because that's what they do. But eventually that defense for New England is going to prevail. You know, defense wins championships. I'm going to predict the score in this game to be New England 33 and Atlanta 27. So take the New England Patriots straight up, take New England against the spread, and take the over 58.5. And it just wouldn't be a Super Bowl without playing some props. And I don't mean what color the Gatorade is going to be or how long the national anthem. I mean good old-fashioned props that if you understand how the game is going to be played, you can make a lot of money early in the game. Typically, New England, if they win the coin toss, they always defer. And if Atlanta wins the coin toss, they'll probably take the ball. So you know Atlanta's going to get the ball first. And they typically score on their first drive. And they take a lot of time to do that. I think New England is not going to allow a touchdown on the first drive. I think it's going to be a field goal. So the first score method is Atlanta field goal is paying plus 400. So let's take that bet. And they'll be the first team to score, so that's going to, Atlanta to score first is paying minus 110. The time of the first score, because Atlanta does take a long time on their first drive, let's take after 5 minutes, that's paying minus 150. And the first field goal will happen before 11 minutes, so let's take that at plus 100. And that means the first touchdown to be scored will probably happen after that. So let's take after 7 minutes, and that pays minus 125. Okay, I mentioned how Hoodie likes to take away what the other team does best, and that's going to be throwing to Julio Jones. So he's at 6.5 receptions. Let's take under Julio 6.5. That's going to pay 100, plus 100. That means I think Devonta Freeman, the running back, will probably get a lot more passes out of the backfield. So let's take him at over 3.5, which pays 1.25. For the Patriots, Julian Edelman is at 7.5. He always gets a lot of touches. And, you know, I mentioned how Hogan got 9 catches 2 weeks ago. What the Patriots usually do is one game, this guy is the star, the next game, the other star. Watch Hogan get nothing. So let's take Edelman over 7.5. That's going to pay minus 150. So Vegas thinks that's going to happen as well. In terms of pass completions, because they are going to take away the long pass to Julio Jones, in my opinion, I think Matt Ryan's going to have a lot of completions. So let's take Matt Ryan over 25.5. That pays minus 125. And in terms of passing yards, Brady always gets a ton. And let's take over 315, and that's going to pay minus 110. And the long pass, I think one of Brady's fast receivers will break one, maybe even one of the running backs for Atlanta out of the backfield. But especially Brady, I think he's going to go over the 42.5. That's going to pay minus 125. Good luck. Okay, a quick update for the gioknows Awards for Prognosticator of the Year. Down to the wire here in the straight-up pool, Jayhawk Jet continues to lead with 173, followed by Bridgewater's Finest at 172. And in the against the spread pool, it's TP Professional on top with 140, followed by Jayhawk Jet at 139. This game will decide everything. Good luck to all of you, and thanks to all of you who participated in this contest. And if you didn't win this year, make sure you join up again next year. Okay, and those are my picks for Super Bowl 51. Good luck to you. I'd like to thank all of you for watching my channel and for all of you who subscribed. The channel really grew. I started the year at about 775 subscribers, well over 1,200 now. So I really appreciate all of you who take the time to watch my videos and comment every week. I also like to thank all of you who joined our Facebook page. We started the year at around 80. We're well over 300 now. There's a lot of great prognosticators on that page. Special shout out to all of them who do these videos as well, and for all of you who watch their videos and comment on them. We're going to be doing some more things in the future. We've got some great plans with some of the other administrators on the Facebook page for a new channel and new exciting, possibly a website coming up. So stay tuned, follow us on Facebook. I'll leave the link below for more information. And once again, thanks to all of you for watching and commenting. All right, one last time. For the GeoKnows YouTube channel, I am Geo. Enjoy the Super Bowl, and we'll see you next year.